Hi, everybody. I'm going to be taking you through and showing you how to navigate through Google Classroom. I'm going to use my child's account. I am a teacher and he's also in my class, so that makes it a little bit convenient to be able to show you what things look like. So the main thing to know as you're looking through the work for the week is the best place is to go into classwork, and that's going to put information for different assignments that you need to be going through. Depending on how your teacher has set it up, you may see titles like dates, or you might see subjects. Those will also be along this left-hand bar. Those are there to help guide and organize information. Otherwise, as things get added, they go from the older items on the bottom up to the newer items on the top. So if you don't see titles, those things that are done are up at the top. As you scroll down through the activities, you're going to see a difference in the bubbles. Some of the bubbles are green and some of the bubbles are grayed out. The ones that are grayed out, you can assume that your child has turned in. And the ones that are green are those items that maybe need to be revisited or perhaps didn't need to be turned in. For my class, everything does need to be turned in, even if something is done off-site, so that students can let me know they've done the work and I know as a teacher to go there. If you and your child are looking for feedback from a teacher, what you'll want to do is go down to a grade in activity and click on it. And that's going to open up some information for you. Things that you really want to look at when you first open an assignment is if your teacher has created a rubric to help with the scoring, click on that. That's going to show you what is expected of the assignment and what those points mean. If your child is in elementary school, or if it's a writing assignment where maybe letter grades are not applicable, you might see a 4-point rubric because we have different levels of standards. And this rubric shows everything kind of going from a missing assignment up to an exemplary assignment. So points based on 0, 1, 2, 3, or 4. When you have rubrics, it's important to understand that 2 out of 4 doesn't mean an F. 2 out of 4 might mean that they are making steady progress towards a standard, but they haven't yet met the standard. So it's very different than point-based scoring. So please keep that in mind if you see rubrics. When your child turns in an activity, what you'll want to do is click on View Assignment. And this is important before they turn in the activity as well, because that's going to show how they have done on the information. So if you click on the assignment here, the doc, and open it up, you can see what has been submitted. This said blank out of 4, so that means that maybe the teacher, like me, has not gotten the chance to score it yet. So that information will be coming. But you can scroll down and see information and what work was completed. You can also see if assignments are incomplete, or if you've received feedback from a teacher saying to correct something, this is where you might see it. So I'm going to exit out of that particular activity. And actually, look, if you look right here, 4 points, you should be seeing, hopefully based on the rubric when the scoring gets done, that the points are completed there. If you go back to your main dashboard, you could go to a different type of activity. So again, it's really important not to just look at the assignment that shows up on this screen. Always click on View Question. That's going to give you the most options here. This is something that says just don't forget to take the AR activity. It's worth 10 points. And then they say that it was turned in so that I, as a teacher, know to look at that. So it was just a question, not a doc. Another type of activity that you'll see, let's find an actual project. Right here, the Mission Revolt. When you click again, there is a rubric. So you could click on that and see 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. That will give information about the rubric and what the expectation is. Again, a 2 out of 4 doesn't mean an F. In this situation, a 2 all of the information was complete, but there might be answers or complete sentences weren't used. So some parts were incorrect, but it's not an F. It just means that they're building to the standard. A 3 would be meeting the standard, and a 4 would be complete with high level exemplary work. So elementary teachers and writing a lot of times will use rubrics to give more detailed feedback than just a letter grade. Once the work is put in, so this says now that this one was graded, and you can then view the assignment and see that in this case, he got 3 out of 4 and had the information. If you wanted to see the work, there are private comments on the right-hand side. Great job. Make sure you edit for capitals at the beginning of sentences. And you could even open up on the activity and see more specifically what is completed and what needs to be done. So I know that it takes a lot of time to go back and check on the feedback, but I promise you, your teachers are really going to appreciate it, because for every assignment that you and your child work on, imagine that your teacher has 20 to 30 of those assignments to be scoring and providing feedback on. So we're doing this to help you, and I want to make sure that you can see where things are so that you can make the most of this time and get the feedback that you need and deserve. So hopefully this has helped you a little bit to kind of navigate through Google Classroom from a child's perspective.